Hey everybody. It's a little bit after 7 o'clock, and so kick this off, and hope it's a great call. So there was just a couple of things I just wanted to cover that I've recently come across from a mentor of mine, and you probably know who he is as well. And if you're not following Scotty Hobbs, you should. He's probably the best Beachbody coach, the best male Beachbody coach out there to follow as far as how to do things right. He's family centric. He's he expresses his love of God. He expresses his love of his family and his wife, and his love of his teammates, and he represents them really well in everything he does. And so there's no wonder why people flock to him. So one thing I've noticed that he's very consistent in is sharing positivity on his Facebook profile, and it's not just butter you up positivity. It's basically life things that can contribute to you becoming better. And that doesn't mean that you have to be part of Beachbody to do these things. It's just simple things that he talks about. So today he posted a couple different things, and he posts a YouTube video probably either every day or every couple days, and pretty consistent. If you pay attention to him, you'll notice that it's probably morning time frame. Man, I got some eyeball driving me crazy. Sorry. So he posts in the morning, and he posts throughout the day. A lot of his stuff sort of on his family, spending time with his kids, and just loving life, right? And I think that's what we all want. But I think what we're failing to do, and what he posted about today is writing down your goals. And so stress the importance of that. I got a hair. I think it's my wife's hair. It's going to drive me crazy. Anyway, and so writing down your goals. And okay, so if you look over here, I've got some of my goals written down. And I've talked about this before, but I think it needs to be hit up again. So I have these over here, but I don't think that's enough. And I think Scotty's post that I'm going to share really shows me that it's not enough. And so he says, write down your goals. He says, I believe it's only about 10% of people that make goals, and 2% of people actually write them down. And he says, I've gotten in the habit of writing down what I want in life and having it as a visual. For example, if you're struggling financially, you could say, I would like more money. The sad thing about that statement is that you need not that you're what you actually need or desire to fulfill your purpose as a human. He could give you an extra $1 and say, there you go, your prayer is answered. Hey, what's up, man? How are you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So anyway, I'm sharing, while you're dialing in, I'm sharing something from Scotty Hobbs. So he's stressing about writing down your goals. And I don't know if you read his post or not, but he goes on to say it's important that we get specific about what we want that will give you clarity and a target to move forward to. And then he shares a picture of a goal that he and Gabby, his wife, had created back in 2012. And so this goal was to pay off his house and also his rank advancements, as well as his his income. And so he says I don't want you to leave reading this message and remain in the 98% of people that don't write out goals. And then he shares another video down below of how to go about writing your goals. And so anyway, I saw this post, and I got to be thinking, I'm like, I suck at writing out my goals. And so I put them, they're vague, and I shared just a minute ago. So I keep them on my whiteboard over there, and I do see them usually every day, but I can't say that they're visually stimulating. I don't have them with me. I haven't written them down in a while. And so I think because of that, you don't have them on your mind all the time. You're not focusing on them all the time. And so we get sidetracked with life. We get sidetracked with whatever. And we go into, I don't know, we go into like casual flow mode because we're not so poignant on them. They're not on the forefront of our mind. And so anyway, he shared these, and then he shared another video, and I subscribed to his YouTube video that I watch pretty much every one that he shares. And so he shared, are you struggling with invites? And I got to be thinking how this correlates, because if you wrote down that I want to help, I want to help 35 people the month of October or November coming up, because October is coming up to the end. But I want to help 35 people by the end of the month. And then you get not just I want to help 35 people. You start saying these. You list the people, or you list what do you want to help them with, or you start getting concise about the goal that you want to achieve. And that's what he talks about in his post, visually stimulating. You write it down exactly what you want to achieve, and then you see it every day. Every day it's in front of you. And so I'm going to put out a challenge for myself and for the rest of the team. I know it's right now, Kevin, it's you and I that are stepping up to the plate here. And so we write down our goals and then share them in our team page, and just basically show what do we want to accomplish in the month of November. October's got 2 days left. I think both of us, we're still pushing. I've got 4 Success Club points. I was aiming for 10 this month, and I've had a lot of people fall out from under, but no matter, you just push forward till the end. But, start now on 3 days before the end of the month, and develop those goals and share them out on our team page. And so he goes on to talk on his video about, it's called "Are You Struggling with Invites?" And I don't know if you've watched it yet, but it's about an 8-minute video, and he published it earlier today. And he kept it real simple. He just basically said, that most people, they become so focused on just the script from what Beachbody provides, and he says, in no way am I saying that that's bad, but there's so much beyond that. So he says that's about, I think he used a percentage, and I think it was 7% of the ability to communicate or something like that. So it's factored into social media, and then telephone and in person, and he says we only use like 7% of that, because we try to do everything on Facebook all the time, instead of saying, all right, I want to help you out. We need to talk, and getting on the phone and doing some work there, or meeting for some reason in person at, I don't know, a Starbucks or whatever. I used to do that all the time. Before I moved to Idaho Falls, I used to go out and meet people that I would meet in the local area. And since I moved over here, I've done crap with local contacts. And so I'm going to whip myself back into shape, and start inviting people that I see at the stores that look like they would be, a good contact, somebody to be great on our team, and make it a habit to start opening my mouth more, because really, I've really been thinking we have the best thing in the world in our hands. We have the ability to provide for our family and provide for others, and help them to become better and find their meaning in life even. And all too often we're too quiet about it. We don't provide enough love and guidance to those that we're trying to serve. And the old adage of, they don't know how much you care until they know what is it? They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, right? And sometimes I don't know that we're able to express that enough, especially to the people in our local populace. So I'm going to try to do better in the public eye around here and open my mouth a little bit more when I'm out and about and who I'm talking to, whether that's a cashier or if that's somebody I'm just in passing, you know, that I say hello to. And so, and just see where it goes, right? You know, be a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more outside my comfort zone, because I've been really comfortable since I moved to Idaho Falls. So anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. Just the fact is that we need to write down our goals, and we need to get outside of the comfort zone and invite, and not just invite on Facebook according to the script, but get them on the phone and visit with them and get to know them better, because it may not be just across the Facebook that they buy. They may need that vocal conversation, that because you can, when you talk with people, I think that you there's so much more than just the interface on the computer, because it's actually bonding with that person. So anyway, that's all I have. Real quick, down and dirty. Write down your goals and invite like crazy. Going into the last couple months of the year, you've been a coach for what, 3 years now, Kevin?
Gosh, yeah, 3 years.
3 years, and I'm on 5. Today was like my 5-year anniversary. Yesterday, I think.
Wow.
And so 5 years with Beachbody, and love it still today as much as I did the day that I joined, and love where I'm going. I know that there's no reason that we shouldn't be waving 4 and 5 stars above our head at our next summit if we choose to, you know. And I'm just trying to leave all excuses behind lately and asking people. I don't care what they say. I don't care if it's a no. And but on Facebook and Twitter, and you know, the more people you ask, the more people that are going to be that get the opportunity to look at your "What is Coaching" video, the more people that are going to be like, yeah, I'm interested in this. So I just want to keep pushing forward, helping you where I can, and helping the rest of the team where I can. You know, whoever wants to plug in, great. So I need to go register us for Fall Classic because I haven't done that. So it's been busy. I'll do that right after the call. So what's new with you?
Not a thing. Haven't got a deer yet.
Oh man, no deer? What's up with that?
We had a bad storm come through late Friday, early Saturday, and it hadn't rained here since July 4th, which is crazy.
Wow.
But then that Hurricane Patricia hit Mexico, and it came right up through Shreveport. So we probably got 13 inches of rain in 3 days.
It was nuts, huh? Yeah.
Now this Saturday we're going. Me and Deb are going back to the camp, and put some corn out, and then spend the night, and then get up. We're probably going to be rained out again, but we'll see. I mean, I don't mind hunting in the rain, but I'm not hunting when there's lightning. So.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, especially when my deer stand has a metal top. So.
Oh.
So, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be doing that either. Dang. Well, they're crazy around here. I saw somebody post an elk that they got last week, I think, and that thing it was hung up in a garage, and I think it was probably 17 feet from tip of the back legs where it was hung up to the ground, and it was an 8x8 rack. I've never seen such a monster. So
yeah, that's the best meat too. That's better than whitetail.
Oh man, that thing was huge. So good score. I would have hated to be packing that puppy out. I don't know how they winched it out and got it in the truck. It had to have taken an army to lift it up in there, but
yeah, they probably winched it up the back of the truck. So
I imagine so. So anyway, well, you're crushing Body Beast. You're proof of the product works. That's for sure. How's that doing for you? Oh, look at those guns. How's that doing for you?
I'm just, I'm doing it waiting for the hammer and chisel to come out, and I'm doing I'm still doing legs twice a week. So I was listening to the National Wake Up Call from last week, and what's Fit and Funky? What's her name?
Danielle Natani.
Yeah, she was talking about not doing the hybrid stuff, and she'd only done one program beginning to end, and just kind of did a couple days here, and then was doing hybrids and making up her own stuff. And she said that's not going to work for the people following you. You need to show that you finished each program. And I'm thinking I'm just biding my time till Hammer and Chisel comes out to get off my back.
Yeah.
It was all good, but I'm just thinking, I've completed, I don't know, 15, 16, 20 from beginning to end. I mean, that's pretty good proof of the product. So
I agree. I think that's.
I mean, body, you can't go wrong with body beats. I mean, you could do it forever.
Yep. So I think that's why Elizabeth was wanting us to all team up and do a program. But what I think is cool is that if we all teamed up and did a program, took a before picture, after picture type of thing, weights, everything, and then at the end, maybe we did 21-day fix, right? So you do the 3 weeks and you nail it, and then you have the before and after, right? And so I haven't changed a whole lot in my before and afters in a long time. I'm pretty much right where I'm at, right? So anyhow, but she's right. If we did a program, and then before and after, we contribute that to the team pool, if you will, the Team Dream Believe Succeed pool, and then we could create a montage of successes that have been created from being a part of our team. And so whether that's the 3-day refresh success, or whether that's the ultimate reset success, whatever, but you create the montage that is shareable by all the coaches that are on the team. I think that builds, especially with everybody's testimonial next to it, I think that builds a lot of credibility. And that's one thing that I've done really bad at, actually, because I helped a lot of people, but I've never really required them or asked and said, or when I signed them up, never said, look, so here's how it's going to go. So you're gonna take your before picture, you're gonna take your weight, you're gonna take your measurements, and then after 3 weeks, you're gonna do that again, and then after 3 weeks, you're gonna do that again. And then you're going to submit it to the Beachbody Challenge. That's how it's going to go, And I've never been really that direct to them. And so, and then said, and I expect that you would share a testimonial with me of how this has helped you. I've never done that. And I think Danielle Natani and how she talked about doing a program beginning to end, and as well as she talked, I've heard other people say, collect the testimonials, because it helps build credibility for yourself. So anytime you help anybody, if you challenge back, I think you should express the importance of that, because you're helping them through this product, but it builds credibility for both. If they choose to be a coach, it builds credibility for them. It also builds credibility for yourself. And so that's probably a tip that we can both do better at. And we can even put it on our blogs, right? So we can, if we wanted to put a testimonials part on our blogs, and it may not hurt to reach out to past customers and say, I know you haven't been working on this for a while, or you haven't been doing whatever for a while, but I'm curious, would you mind sharing how that program helped you while you were doing it, and see if you can get a paragraph or so from people, and then say, the reason I'm collecting this because I'd like to create a testimonials page on my website. And so that's probably a great idea. In fact, I think that'd be simple to start collecting just from Team Dream Believe Succeed of testimonials,
Sure.
But anyhow, get out there and get your deer, man. When are you leaving this weekend again?
Yeah, probably going to leave Friday after work, head down, try to get some beat the sun, get some corn out at my dad's stand and mine, and then head to the camp, get some shut-eye, get up, try to hit the woods and hunt between raindrops. So, you know.
It'll be a great time.
I mean, the thing is, you know, like somebody said, well, the rain will be out by Sunday. You going to hunt Sunday? I said, no, I'll be in church Sunday morning. So, you know, our son's altar boy in the church. So, you know, he's there doing God's work. So Daddy doesn't need to be in the woods if his son's in the, you know, at church. So.
Yeah, especially if you expect to raise him in a way that he values that in the future, right? So
exactly.
That's why I struggle. I mean, I'll occasionally catch a glimpse of a football game or something on a Sunday, but I don't typically do a whole lot of television watching or a whole lot of doing other activities other than go to church and just have some quiet time for one day of the week, right? So anyway. What I struggle with my son, he loves video games, and I'll tell you what, that's the hardest thing to break him of. It's like, take a time out. One day a week's not going to hurt you to take a time out, right?
Right.
And he's like, well, you sit around and read, so you do that on every other day. And I'm like, it's a little different, you know? Anyway,
yeah.
That's a 13-year-old for you. You got something coming.
Oh yeah. Peter's 10, and he hasn't been able to play his Xbox or he didn't get to play it at all last week or play with his iPod, which we have time limits on it anyway. But he couldn't play at all because in his school he has at the end of the week we get a report of the work that he did, if he was prepared or unprepared. So basically means if he got it done or he didn't, and if he doesn't get it done, there's no games, you know.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to we teach them that, you know, and our parents did the same thing, you know.
Oh, sure.
Except ours was, you know, go to your room or, you know, no TV. There was no. I mean, I think I had a. What do we have? In television? No, we didn't have a television. We had an Odyssey. Do you remember the Odyssey game?
I do.
It was like Atari and in television and all that stuff. So of course we had Pong before that, but it was like, you know, you can't do this. You know, you got restricted. So
yeah,
I mean we're still learning as we go. So you know.
Which email address are you using with Beachbody these days?
Kevin.Centress at Comcast.net.
Okay, Comcast then. Okay, I want to make sure I got that one right.
Yeah, it's the Kevin.Centress. That's the one I have. That's the one I have with my Beachbody account. So
yeah, I'm doing the Fall Classic registration while we're talking here, and I want to make sure I use the same email account that you use with your coach account.
Yeah.
So I pulled it out of the back office, but I wanted to make sure that's the one that you're using. So
yeah, this.
I'm gonna have to whoop my sister into shape. She's missed like 2 calls in a row now.
Didn't you say she was gonna be on?
Yeah.
I mean, I got on late because we were watching NCIS New Orleans from last night. So. So watching it. I take all the NCIS because they're all my favorite shows. So.
Oh, I hear you. We just finished watching a movie or a television series called iZombie, and it's on the CW, and so it's like it's a geeky version of like Medium. So I don't know if you're Medium or not, but where you can see pieces of the puzzle to solve crimes. Well, iZombie, she eats brains. She sees people's past, and she's able to piece together the puzzle and solve the case. And so it's like the same thing over and over, but I don't know why, but I like it. So we finished watching that season, and so that one's done.
Cool.
Got to get Jessica's here. Jessica Anderson. She needs to go change her name. She's not Jessica Anderson anymore.
Will they let her change it?
You know what? I think she can call in and change it. She said she was going to be rolling Emerald, but weird that she said she's going to be rolling emerald, and she's like disappeared lately. So I'll call her after this to say, what's up, sister?
Well, what did she, who's she, is she a coach under you?
Yeah, she's on my other leg. And
Okay.
so basically my entire family's all on one leg. So I stacked them that way purposefully to help everybody out, right? And
Right.
recently I've been doing some contemplating on how I want to build my business, and a little bit differently. And it entails I'm going to start doing some Facebook marketing. I've been doing plenty of reading on that, and I think I'm ready to take a little plunge on it.
Right.
And just cap myself for how much money I want to spend on my like page each month. And so I'm going to run the like page ads and stuff, but I want to take, I want to aim for Success Club 5 for me, Success Club 5 for my wife, and then I actually want to aim for Success Club 5 for my mom, and then my two sisters and my brother. So I'm going to build their businesses because they don't actively build them. But if I can make them diamonds and put them as my personally sponsored underneath them,
Right.
why not, right? So it's basically I've got 5 business centers, 6 including myself, that I can build, and so I've been watching a lot of people's volume with their success of using these like pages, and I'm like, well, I need to jump in and put in a $50 a month limit or something and see where I go with it. And that's what I'm planning to do, and I guess I can keep you posted. We'll see if it blows up or if it becomes a.
I mean, a lot of people are. I mean, people who are high up, as far as 1, 2, and 3 business centers, 15-star diamond, and all that stuff. They really say how well it works. But my only concern with it is, did they do that when they were emerald? Did they do that when they were 1-star diamond, or did they do that once they got, what I'm saying? Once they had it really flowing,
right?
Did that have an advantage? I mean, obviously. But I mean, when your name is synonymous with what you're doing. I mean, everybody that knows me knows what I do,
right?
But and I use Janelle Summers as an example because she talks about it all the time, which is great. But
yeah,
her name is on stuff. I mean, people know her name. They don't know her name like Tony Horton or.
Right.
Or McGee, but they know her name, and when there's an advertisement, it's for her page, people gobble that up.
Yeah.
And it's a snowball effect, which is what she created. She created the snowball, and what she's doing has, the effects are, from her own creation. But it's I agree. Little old me, I'm an emerald coach because I got my wife and my mother-in-law basically as discount coaches to give me vitamins and supplements. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, I pay for it. I mean, I pay for those things.
Yeah.
And I have that, and I have Rhonda in there, and every now and again she'll get her Shakeology.
Right.
And she's still P90X certified. She's still paying, and I don't know if she's teaching or what. I asked her like 2 weeks ago. I said, hey, you've been a coach with me just about as long as I've been. Have you tried to get anybody to join challenge groups or do anything like that through Beachbody?
Right.
No, not really. I mean, she's got 4 or 5 kids, and she's teaching. I mean, she's a Les Mills something.
I saw she's busy. She's a Les Mills performer. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, she's great. She's awesome, but she just doesn't. I mean, there's probably 500 people she's touched in the last 3 years, and she hadn't said anything about being a Beachbody coach.
Right.
I mean, can you imagine? I mean,
I don't, and she posts great stuff all the time on her page. I'm on it right now, just scrolling,
Right.
and she's fitness stuff on there, and
Oh, yeah.
it would just be a matter of saying, something I've never shared with anybody is I do online challenges or something. So I don't know. One of these days, I think it'll click. I think she likes the product. She likes Shakeology. She likes these things, and so I just don't know that she knows how to do it effectively. I mean, I'm looking at her page right now. She's got P90X certified as her banner, her Facebook cover page. So, yeah, it'll just, for some people, I've known some people that have been coaches for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden they turned it on. They're like, you know what, I'm going to do something with this, and that's when they turn it on. So maybe she'll find friends or something that inspires her to do it. I don't know. It'll be.
Now check this out. I got an email that says Fall Classic registration confirmation. It says, "Hey Kevin," and then I got another one, and it says, "Hey Jessica." So I don't know. Did you put in my email address? No, you could have done that. Let's see. Why would her confirmation come to me?
That's weird because I'm looking at the registration. So I got mine. It's team name Destined for Diamond, and Eric Burgan, coach ID, and my email, your coach ID, and your email at kevin.fintress at comcast.net, and Jessica Anderson, coach.jesse.k@gmail.com.
That's just weird. I don't know why I got it. And it's saying it came from, Team Beachbody Fall Classic at beachbody.com. And it says to me, it doesn't have, that's weird. So when you talk to her, see if she got the email. So
okay.
As long as it's in the system and it's correct, that's cool. But she probably, I don't know if she got the email or not. She's weird.
Oh, that's funny. So, all righty. Well, we'll check it out. So I'll keep you posted. I want to pull the trigger on this pretty soon. I have to draft what I want to. You have to be very concise about what you're putting into your ads, I guess, and that's what I've often struggled with, and so I'll have to let you know. But it's time to amp it up. And in order for me to amp it up with all my other business centers, family members, it would be. I need that leads. I need those leads coming in, and so I can't keep chasing people because chasing and inviting just feels like I'm pulling my hair out. So anyway, that's
what hurts. That's what hurts because I got 1,800 friends on Facebook. I mean, a bunch of them are Beachbody, and I don't talk to them about challenge groups. But
right.
I've invited the same people. Now, you always hear the stories, I invited this person or a coach that's just cranking up through the ranks. He goes, yeah, I was asked by somebody, and I said, leave me alone. About the 10th time they asked me, I joined the challenge group. Now I'm a 10-star diamond coach. Yeah. I'm thinking, my friends aren't like that, My friends are like, leave me the hell alone,
Yep.
So
I have the same friends. I've started going through like picking a friend and then looking at mutual friends, and I'm like, trying, or people suggested friends, so you can pick somebody and look at their suggested friends if they share them, and trying to use that as a segue. And what was I just listening to? Oh, it was the Social Media Handshake book that I listened to. I bought that, by the way, on Amazon, so it should be here shortly. But he talks about, just getting in the conversation and sharing whatever. So if you love hunting, so if I go Louisiana hunting. And I just looked up Louisiana hunting up in the top of Facebook, and it says, so the things that populated were Louisiana hunting leases, Louisiana hunting reports, Louisiana duck hunting, and a few others. Louisiana hunting and fishing trading post. Okay. So Trading Post, you probably would. Trading Post is where they're trying to sell things, right? So those ones, they're not a good place to have conversation. But Louisiana hunting leases and Louisiana hunting reports, or duck hunting, or whatever, one of these groups, or even finding a Facebook page, you can probably go in and start conversations with people. Okay.
Yeah,
and
I'm in one called Deer Hunting Louisiana. It's got like 2,500 people in it.
Yeah. And so what you do, this is how the guy said to work this. He said, you go in and you start talking to people. You make yourself known in that group. So you share stuff about your experiences, your pictures, your stuff in those groups. Okay. And when you see other people that you're like, hey, I like that guy or that gal or whatever, and you start typing and talking to them like they're face to face is what he's talking about. And he says, and you'll be surprised because they'll come to you and they'll want to talk to you and they'll want to befriend you on Facebook, or they'll want to befriend you on Twitter or whatever you're using. And so what happens is that then you'll post 3 days after he sends a friend request, you post the challenge group invite, challenge group starting November 6th. And they're like, what's this challenge group stuff you're doing? I could really use some help. He says that's what happens is that you go to these groups and you make yourself part of them. And then without any connotation of trying to sell, if you will, there's none of that even preconceived. And you're just making friends. And he says that has turned stuff around drastically for him in his career. That's what allowed him to leave his job and create and work full time from home and then write this book and all the stuff. He goes on and on. But it's those type of things. So I actually pulled myself out of a bunch of groups because I was in a ton of fitness groups like Workout 2.0 and a few others that I was part of. And I'm like, none of these people they don't want my help. They're
all jacked up on a lot of them are jacked up on some kind of steroids or something.
They're mammoth people, and some of them are, the women that are in there. You try to talk to them, and you get, I just don't get good responses from, have you tried something else other than going to the gym and not knowing what you're doing? Have you tried a program that'll help? No, I don't want a trainer, or I'm like, I'm not trying to give you a trainer. I'm not even trying to sell you anything. I'm asking you if you tried something. Anyway, but those ones I've kind of pulled myself out of those, turned off all the notifications so that I don't even have to see them unless I want to go in there. And I've started looking for the ones that this is what interests me. I'm a geek. I'm a helicopter pilot. I'm a what is Eric? What is Kevin? And I'm starting to look for those, and that's where I'm starting to make conversations. And you're just making conversation. You're spending 30 minutes of time scrolling through the feed and making conversation, posting your own stuff. And then they come to you because they want to send you a friend request, because you started a conversation. And that's when you can continue to build it. And, you write down their name. You're like, oh, new friend request, sweet, and you write down your name or their name and start chatting with them a little bit more. So anyway, hey, hot tamales. So she just got back from a little trunk or treat thing that she was doing. Anyway, look for groups that are about Kevin, whether that's your profession that you're currently in, or whether that's stuff that you enjoy, and just contribute is what he basically said. And you'll have more success contributing than you'll ever have in trying to chase the people and be like, I'm done chasing people. It's just not worth it. I'll message the heck out of people that I know that I already know, but I need to relationships. So anyway, okay, brother, we'll talk to you later. I'll post this video as soon as it finishes formatting, and then it'll be in there for anybody else that wants to do it. And I'll call my sister and say, "What's up?"
That'll work.
Okay,
tell her we met her.
Will do. Okay, see you. Bye.